So in a previous video, I talked about getting to know one's body in order to know what works for you and what doesn't, to avoid any unpleasant anxieties and to better take charge of your eating habits and your sleeping habits, among other things. And I noticed that there are two things that I really despise waiting for, and they bring about a lot of psychological torture when it has to wait. When I'm getting ready to eat and there's something stopping me in some way, and let me give you an example. I have a favorite restaurant where we play a board game meetup every Friday night. And lately, I don't know if it's motivated by the environment or a holdover from COVID-19 policies. They don't leave silverware at the table anymore. They bring you your food, and sometimes they forgot to bring silverware. They got to run back. And when the food is on the table, you can see it, you can smell it, and they didn't bring silverware. That will bring torture to me, because I might have been waiting 15, 20 minutes for the meal. Now I got to wait another 2, 3 more minutes. It just brings a lot of torture. Actually, strike that. When I have to wait and then wait some more, that always brings a lot of torture. So lately, when I go to the restaurant, half the time I bring silverware just in case. The other half of the time, before the meal even comes, I go looking for silverware, because it's not really painful to look for silverware when you can't even eat anyway. It just becomes a task, right? Which is manageable. Now, the other place this torture comes up is when I watch my favorite video, anything other than music, I'll tend to speed up to 2x because I can listen really fast. So the Peter Shit shows, podcasts, how-to instructionals. The other day I needed to figure out how to remove a piece of plastic trim from my car to fix something. I watch those videos in 2x speed because the information is painfully slow. And unfortunately, I've gotten so used to it that when I talk to people, I think they talk too slowly. Like, I'm talking to my boss and I'm worried that the next thing he's going to say is, "You're fired. Could you please talk faster?" And sometimes I start talking way too fast because I'm trying to get him to talk fast. And it looks really bad on my part. Actually, my boss just complained the other day that I kept saying okay to it without really listening. Pay attention to that. Earlier today, I was listening to my voicemail on my phone. I had misplaced my phone for some time. So by the time I got to my phone today, there were 12 messages. And I so badly wanted that phone to speed up by 2x. I really did. Because I was wondering what was on the other end of those messages. Did I do something wrong with my taxes and the IRS is looking for me? Did I get fired from my job? Did a family member pass away? I was running through all that in my head as I was listening to those 12 minutes. I so badly wanted to speed up that phone, but unfortunately, that's not something that the phone companies had thought of. I'll have to make that suggestion at some point.